Hello, people. Welcome to Jesse. Welcome to more sports. Sports with Jesse. It's been a while. Nice to see you. How have you been doing? How's your life been? Oh, fantastic! And you're getting it on, and then you're making all your results. I hope everything is going on well. Okay. Before we even start, yeah, I just want to thank you, listeners. You deserve a drum roll, and I'm going to tell you why you deserve it. Let's do it. Yeah, man. So you guys, you've helped us to get to. I'll show you on my screen. You've helped us to get to 46,000 followers. So we do not underestimate that. You know what you do for us. So if you go up here, go to our dashboard, you see that we are now 46,000 followers. And guys, we want to do more as our, payoff suggests. We want to bring you more fantastic, sporting activities. So we want you to help us to get to 100,000. And the reason being that um, we're spending so much money from our own pockets to go far and wide and bring you all the content we need. So we will not get reasonable monetization if we do not get to those numbers. So we're counting on you. As you've known us, you've seen all the things that we deliver. So if you go down there, you see this, sports story, King Mohammed the sixth. That story came from one of our affiliates, Satish Saka. Is based in London, but he writes about Africa. So we don't just sit on our oars. We bring you stories. If you, I don't think there's any other, sports page for Africa that brings you quality, quality um, writings, articles. We research them and we bring them to you. And also, we celebrate everything that is black. We bring you boxing, we give you sports, all kind of sports uh, that we are interested in, not just only football. If it's swimming, we go along with swimming. If it's boxing, all of the things that is black related, we want you to know. So please consider not only inviting your friends or sharing some of our stories that you like with your friends. You look at this story, it's KK11, Zambian trailblazers who nearly conquered the continent. So we do all of this. We search for pictures, we let you know what went on in Africa, how glorious it was before now, and how we need to get things to go where we want it to go. So we bring you all of these things. So guys, we're also planning fantastic things. We want to go to Morocco for AFCON. We will go to Morocco for AFCON, and then we will be able to bring you quite a lot of things. So, but to help us get to monetization levels, please, you need to consider sharing quite a lot of what we share on our page. Share it with your friends, and also consider to uh, go to our YouTube page, YouTube channel, right? Uh, I want to see if okay. Videos of our YouTube channel. I'm accessing that so that you can, you know, help us to get on. Let me share this stuff. Okay, so that's our YouTube channel. I hope you can see it. So that's some of the content that we've got for you. Um, you can see Onana, all of these stories from England that it's original stories. There's even this Nigerian American golf group. We sent someone there. We captured that story. We brought it to you. We were in Wimbledon, right? We had this John Akibua story the great story that came out of Uganda. We negotiated with the guys in Uganda. We brought you these stories from Malta, Uganda, and the UK. We keep all of these things together. And the live that, in fact, we were live on ground when the Eagles went to play the Four Nations Unity Cup in the Brentford, GTEC Stadium. We were there live and direct, as you can see. This is I'm showing you. Look at it. We got 30,000 views, just for showing you all of that. And if you go to our live, just like I'm doing now, you see that this live that I'm recording is being streamed live, and you see all of these things will bring you well-researched stories, guys. I'm begging you. I know I've spent a bit of time on this, but I need to do it, and I will do it next week because we are spending money, our personal money, private money, to make sure that we bring you all of these stories. And we have people in Nigeria, in Ghana, some of our friends in Uganda. We're based in the UK, and we're bringing you the best of the best of the best. And we don't stop. We're also currently negotiating with certain distributors so that some of the events that we could not be in, they can also get us, materials that we can use for you. So give us a round of applause, just like we give you a round of applause. So that will be that about, telling you what you need to do. So subscribe to our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channels. We're also on Instagram, and hopefully next year we can start up our TikTok page. So thank you so much. We will rely on you because we know you love us just like we love you. Thank you so much. So let us go straight to the issue that we want to discuss today. So I want to discuss the African Cup of World Cup qualifiers. Let me share that page with you. World Cup qualifiers, that we've currently got now. So this is the fixtures. I'll let you see. No, this is not the one. So I'll check it again. The one I want is the overview, right? So let me share that one with you. The overview. Okay, that one. Okay, so that is where we are with, the standings. As you can see, in Group A, Egypt already qualified, 23 points. As it stands, Senegal just needs a draw. Senegal need a draw, and that's it. They've qualified. I'll come back to Group C because I want to discuss Nigeria's performance here because you can see in these two groups, the heavy eaters, the big, countries, the big footballing countries, they did not waste time. They just went straight to the top of the table and they're going to the World Cup. So you see this place, okay, Cameroon is already on 18 points. Yeah, they may not do it. Cape Verde, I'll say they're a surprise team, but not that surprising. Excuse me, I have to take some water there. What I'm saying is they've shown signs that they could play football. They've shown signs that they could provide fantastic diaspora footballers that are playing in Europe, in the Spanish league, in the Portuguese league. But as far as Africa is concerned, they are underdogs. So they are holding this Group D by the jugular. Now, so look at the goal difference. Cameroon have got 12-point goal difference. Cape Verde has got only 5. So Cape Verde needs a win in their final game to make sure that Cameroon is relegated to second. So I think Cape Verde will do that. So now let's go to Group E. Morocco straight up qualified. No messing about, beat everybody. We are the big team here, and we need to lay the marker down. And they won, and that's it. Morocco qualified. Now here is Cote d'Ivoire, 23 points. Gabon is at 22 points. So they are the biggest teams here, and I think Cote d'Ivoire will win the next game, and they're going to go through. But look at the second place Gabon. They've got 22 points. So I'm coming back to that. So you look at this also. Algeria already qualified because 3 points to Uganda's 18 just means 21 points. So big team again qualified. So look at Ugandan points. It's 18 points better than the points in Group C. So this is here. Tunisia already qualified, beat everyone. Namibia 15. So that 15 point that Namibia has got is the same point that Nigeria is not even on 15 points. Nigeria is on 14 points. So are you seeing what I'm saying? And here is Ghana. Ghana needs a draw in their last match to make sure of their qualification. So Madagascar is at 19 points. So this is what we're saying when they're selecting who comes, the what do we call it? The best losers. Already, Madagascar is at 19 points. If they play a draw, that is 20 points. If they get a win, that is 22 points. Look at Gabon already has 22 points. Uganda 18 points. Namibia is 15 points. They got a win, they go to 18 points. What Nigeria could do now, the best Nigeria could do is 17 points, even with a win. And you see Congo Democratic Republic is at 19 points already, right? There. And Cameroon. So I don't know. There's been a lot of permutations for us to win this group. So I don't think we might get into the best losers because we have messed up. Nigeria has messed up their chances. But in the team itself, right, the only permutation that can work in favor of Nigeria is if South Africa, in their final match, play a draw or get a loss against Rwanda. That is the only outcome, and Nigeria goes ahead to defeat Benin Republic by 2 to 3 goals to nil, not conceding. That is the only ideal outcome for Nigeria to qualify straight up. If Nigeria wins their match, they will be at 17 points. If South Africa wins their match, they will be at 18 points. Do you get it now? So the odds are in favor of Benin Republic and Republic of South Africa. So that is where we stand. Let me check what the comments are. Okay, I've got 5 comments already. So let me see what you guys are saying. So Kenny says, we are on the edge, even with the withdrawal of Eritrea in Group E that might make FIFA to recalibrate the runner-up ranking. We're still in that Madagascar and Uganda don't get in with their last match, don't get a win in their last match, and that Burkina Faso don't score more goals than us in their last game against Ethiopia. Okay. Fede said, I'm on YouTube already. I already got the YouTube notification. Thank you so much, Fede. Please help us to comment, like what we do there. It's going to help the algorithm. It's about the algorithm. If you don't comment and if you don't like what we say on both platforms, then the algorithm would not show us to more people so that they can discover us. So Kenny says, welcome, Jesse. So keep the comments coming. Fede said, Kenny, this is really a calculator's work. Honestly, it can be, how would I say, it can make you go gaga, sometimes, the way it is. But this is what I say. This is where we need to talk specifically about Nigeria and Nigeria's, qualifiers. As you can see, I've already shown you the overview, and you can already see that Nigeria has not been performing. If you look at the big clubs, let's see the big clubs and see their last match. Just their last match, what they are to do, you know. So this is where we are now. If you look at this, table, now Egypt did not even need this match, but they smashed it 3-0. Can you see it? 3-0. Let me even go to the top. Okay, now let me go back. This was foul. You look at Benin Republic needed the win here against Lesotho. They hammered them 4-0. 4-0. And Nigeria, Egypt beat Djibouti 3-0. Look at what Ghana did to Central African Republic. 5-0. Madagascar went away because they needed to produce a win. And they won. Mali also went to Chad and won. Where is that one? Okay, this is where I was coming to. The last, fixtures in which Nigeria also played. Senegal went away and beat South Sudan 5-0. And look at Cote d'Ivoire. They're topping that team. They need the goal difference. They pile it on 7-0. And you look throughout the game, Nigeria needing, this goal advantage. They need that goal difference. They were 2-0 up, and I'll show you what happened next. After, look at what Tunisia, already qualified, went away and beat Sao Tome and Principe 6-0. These are really, really serious teams. It's not like, so when I look at Nigeria, I really do not understand what we're on about or what we're doing, to be honest with you. The coaching team, there's no identity in that team. There's no structured way of playing. This is how we play from the back. We pass it or we move it long. This is a structure. This is a pattern of play you don't see in Nigeria. You just see 12 players just running around. For me, I don't think Eric Chell, I said give him a chance, but we've seen his games, we've seen the selection. So I will discuss the guy who scored the second goal, for Nigeria, Akol. I will discuss him after I've shown you. Let's see the highlights, of that game so that we can discuss a little bit about our goalkeeper, Nwabali. So let's see this.
There's a gym group round the corner.
Sorry about that.
With actual stair climbers. Get lots of top quality equipment from just $14.99 a month.
Nigeria's FIFA World Cup 2026 qualification hopes hinge on two final matches in Group C. Their opponents in Polokwane on Friday were the Crocodiles of Lesotho, who are fifth and still in the chase for a place in the top two. There's the delivery, it's headed away at the front post, it's still around, the shot comes in from Moses Simon. It's a penalty, and it's been handballed by Lesotho. William Troost-Ekong for Nigeria with that right foot of his. He drills it into the corner, Nigeria take the lead. Here it is, Lookman to Victor Osimhen, tries to get it over, off the post, it's still in play, it's been pulled back, a chance for a shot, onto the left foot, onto the right, it's great save from the goalkeeper, wow. Here's Chukwueze, there's the through ball, it's been picked up by Osimhen, oh, it comes off the post, a touch by the goalkeeper from Sekoane. Well, it's the advantage is being played here. Victor Osimhen thought he was going to go for the long-range shot. That's a great ball over to the left-hand side. Adams, can he get a shot in? There's your goal, the second! And then comes from Adams on his debut. Can they snap up something from this set piece? It comes outstanding. Oh, it's got in. They scored the goal. Look at that. There was a mishap in the defence. And the goal scored there from Kalaga. He's only just come on. Oh, the communication. Oh, is it going to go in? It's gone past the post. What a mess up at the back.
Okay. That is the one I want to show to us. Now, okay, let me go back to the comments. Jeff, welcome. You said the big teams take their chances, but I don't know what's wrong with our Super Eagles. We don't score enough goals. Yeah, I agree with you. We don't score enough goals at all. So, when you look at that match, there's so many things wrong with the way that match is, the way it played out, right? What is the shape? Is Osimhen a winger or not? Where are your wing backs? But let's leave that. We scored 2 goals, 2 good goals. Akko Adams is playing for Sevilla in Spain. I mean, tell me that since he was in the local league and then went to one club before he moved to Sevilla, where are the scouts? Where were the scouts? It is my conviction that the best players from Nigeria do not end up in the Eagles camp. And this is due to corruption. This is due to corruption. Because if you pick the best performing players, you will win stuff. End of story. You are going to win stuff. Even in the days that Nigeria did not have world-class coaches, we always had world-class footballers who own their skills on the streets, who know how to play the ball, who want to represent the shirt. But what do we have now? We just have a cartel of people who invite their friends, and they are bigger than the coach. Especially when you have a coach who does not have that authority, to stamp his authority on the team and say, this is what I want done. Right. Now back to Nwabali. How can the Super Eagles goalkeeper in the 88th minute or 80-something minute of a game that you need to win, there was no danger in that cross. The cross came out and he committed himself, got to the ball. All you need to do is hold the ball, hold it, take it, then fall to the ground, waste a minute or two, and then kick the ball out. That is what you expected of a top goalkeeper. I'm afraid Nwabali is not a top goalkeeper and should not be the number 1 goalkeeper for Super Eagles. This is not the first time he'll be making that sort of mistake. And then you looked at that in the 90th minute. 90th minute, he made the same mistake. You came out, you committed to that ball. You should be catching it. If you don't catch it, make sure you block it as much as possible from a shot being taken across your goal. That game at the 90th minute could have ended 2-2. Yeah, that is what happened yesterday. It could have ended 2-2, just like it did on 2 occasions when we conceded last-minute goals that could have won us about 4 points. We could have been 4 points better. We could have been 4 points better on the table. So I don't know how you think. I don't know how you feel. Please let me know. Fede says, that was a shambolic goalkeeping. That was a shambolic goalkeeping by the Super Eagles goalkeeper. The best players don't end up in the Eagles camp due to corruption. Exactly what my friend Chris Nazi said today. I mean, it's clear to everyone. I don't understand how we can keep the guys in FFF. Everybody's Sunday Olise has said it. Even the other player, they've said it. Look, Nigeria may not be everything, but we are 200 million people plus. We should be churning out 30 players, 30 of the best players in the world to compete, to play in the Super Eagles. And I know I've been to every part of Nigeria. You see kids on the streets kicking the ball, performing wonders, tricks. How do we end up with people who do not even understand the basics? And it's not just in the Super Eagles, it's just across all age groups in the NFF. Now, that is why I'm going to play you the next video of the loss. Look, you can lose game of football. I don't care how good you are. You can lose a game of football because football is not an exact science. Sports is not science. We have sports science, but sports itself is not science. So if you have two evenly matched up people or teams, on the day, the weather, the condition of the mind, the mindset, everything, what's at stake, who wants it the more? All of these things have a part to play in whether you win or not. But when you lose games in very, very shabby manner, like you don't really care, like you don't have ideas, like you haven't done your homework, that is not acceptable. The Flying Eagles crashed to Argentinian boys 4-0 in the second round of the FIFA World Cup. How do you look at the goals? You see the same mistake that Nwabali is making. It's the same mistake that. So it tells you that the technical input. Let's watch it before I start to talk about all of that. Let's watch it. Let's watch it again so that we can refresh our minds about it. So I'll play this, hopefully. Yeah.
Julio Martinez Pradanos. But it's Argentina coming forward, trying to force the issue. Goalkeeper's in no man's land, and it's a tap-in. And he's at it again. Out on his own now as the tournament's top scorer, Alejo Sacco. He's going to strike. It's a beauty. Couldn't have struck it any better. Carrizo. Argentina stretch out into a 2-0 lead, and they pay the price for that Salihu challenge. Here's a big chance, Dagger! Great save from Barbie. Really strong, the Argentina goalkeeper, to deny Daniel Dagger. Nigeria's best chance. And they make a mess of that, Nigeria, and they're in real trouble all the time in the world. You're not going to miss those. Maha Carrizo, second goal of this round 16 match. It was their own free kick. They tried to take it quickly, and Argentina pounced on them. It's a well-timed run. Flag stays down. Chance for a fourth. And it is four. Beautifully finished by Matteo Silvetti. It's only been on a matter of seconds. Quite an...
Now, look at that match. Look at that match. Right? The first goal, a defender, instead of facing the danger, two of them nearly ran into themselves with their arms behind their back. They're not even looking at the ball. And then the second error, the goalkeeper just committed to a situation that you are not in control of. He just ran, and the ball was there. Even the last two guys, what are you defending? You're just standing at the goalpost. He should be rushing forward to contest. It's a 50-50 ball. Stay in front of the kicker, then he's not going to be able to kick it. Or maybe he kicks it into you and the ball bounces off. Take a risk. Look at the second goal. Look at the wall. Look at that wall. They did a wall that was heavier to one side of the goalpost. And this entire right-hand side of the goalpost was exposed. I mean, this is a striker that's going to take the free kick. Is in front of you. You could see the wall. You could see that half of that place has no luck. Bang! That's it. He just presented the opportunity. And then the last two goals should never have been. Where is your 5 and 6? The third one, okay, the defense, messed up really bad. The guy who lost the ball in the midfield. What a waste. He's not even looking up. He's trying to dribble himself. He's not aware of the players around him to slip a pass. Okay, they beat all of that, beat the defense, and then the goalkeeper was just coming. He didn't make himself big. That's what they teach you in elementary goalkeeping class. Once you're one-on-one with a striker and he wants to take a shot, make yourself as big as possible so that you confuse him. The guy just came out, just like that, sliding. And guys, I've seen the under 17 as well. I just didn't want to belabor you with quite a lot of videos. I've seen, highlights and the goals those one considered against Ghana. Just like you saw in that game, the best chance for Nigeria came towards the end of the second half. This guy, a striker, the dagger guy, chested the ball. As the ball was coming down, the next thing's supposed to be a shot. It takes the first, touch. The second touch, the keeper already blocked him. And these are supposed to be guys playing in Nigeria's top league sides. Guys, the technical information is not there, guys. We don't have technical players. And we don't have coaches who understand how to coach football, positioning, commitment, what you need to do, how you need to stand your ground, there's no identity in all of these Nigerian sides. No identity. This is how we play. Look, some of us were alive when Nduka Ngbade and the guys won the first World Cup in 1985. We always had two wingers and defenders. There were no wing backs. So you had the 4 defenders, and these 4 defenders, these guys who both your number 2 and your number 4, they are ball carriers as well. So when they receive the ball, they can pass diagonally or they can carry the ball, run long, and then if they're being chased, they can release the ball to the winger or feed it into a midfielder. Rarely do you see them passing back. They're attacking. Nigerian football is known as attacking football. We don't have any identity. I don't think these coaches are good enough. I don't know what the NFF is doing to send them on refresher courses to test their skills in the league. Are these the best players that we have? Let me check. I think I've got 2 new comments. Samuel said, Kenny Fagu exactly. It's the same thing I've been saying about our chance to qualify. Is very thin. We need a miracle to qualify. I do agree with you, and I do hope we don't qualify. So I'm not, the point is that if you qualify with this team and you get to the World Cup and you get beaten 4-0, 5-0, 7-0, how are you going to feel then? How are you going to feel? Okay, Fede says, under 20 World Cup, what were the defenders doing in the middle of the field when the Argentines scored the 3rd goal? The guy standing there was unmarked. 2 times it happened. It happened for the 3rd goal. It happened for the 4th goal. It was the same thing that happened in the under 17 qualifiers against Ghana, the semi-final against Ghana. Exactly the same thing. We now have number nines who can score. We now have players who can shoot outside of the ball, outside of the 18-yard box. I mean, geez, we used to have players, Christopher Oehe. If you knew Christopher Oehe of the Daman Miracle, this guy was scoring free kicks. Back in the days when the Super Eagles, Flying Eagles, or the baby Eagles, as we call them, the under 17 Eagles, when they have a free kick in a promising place, you're expecting a goal. As a fan, you're expecting a goal. It's as simple as that. I don't understand what's going on with what we play, nowadays. So it is really, really confusing. I'm not part of those guys who wants Nigeria to qualify by all means necessary. I do think we are retrogressing across, all our sports. You look at ping pong, table tennis. I still go to play table tennis with my friends. Where I live in the UK and the gym that we go to play, Nigerians are 70% of those guys who play there. So I play lawn tennis and I do go there for sauna sometimes. But the Nigerian guys were there. In fact, at some point they were playing tournament, table tennis across the whole of Kent. When I was growing up in Lagos, Onikan Stadium, every nook and cranny of Nigeria, what do you find there? You find a table tennis table, and there are tournaments going on. I mean, local tournaments, street tournaments, everywhere. How come we're not producing global stars? We've only had Aruna Quadri and the other guy, and that's it. Why are we not producing world beaters? NFF, they think administration is just about take money from the federal government, allocate it. See, any idiot can do that. It takes planning to organize and say, look, this is what we're going to do. We are going to look at our programs, streamline them, and say, these are the national events that we want to be part of. And this is how we want to recruit new talent into the pool. And this is how we want to train our coaches. And this is the philosophy of sports that we want to have. You see, every team has a philosophy. That's where it always starts from. In Barcelona, they believe in homegrown talent. Since the days of Johan Cruyff, taught them keep the ball, pass it around, pass the other players to the depth, called tiki-taka. And then be very technical. Don't just oof the ball. Be aware of your surroundings. That's what they teach these guys in La Masia, the farmhouse. That's what they teach them the rudiments of the game, according to their philosophy. But in Madrid, it's a different ball game. They believe in the Galacticos. We are going to look for the best of the best of the best in every department. Now, if that best comes from our, training camps, fine. If they don't come from where we do come from, we will go anywhere else in the world and we'll bring them to Madrid. That is identity. You always want to have an identity. That must be drummed into all your team age groups. From when they are 13, when you're training them, they must have an idea of how you want them to play. Okay, when they start to go into under 16, 14, you must be teaching them this way. The coaches must be doing the same thing. That's where you find all of these nations, they have a football academy, right? So I think in France, they call it Blue Fontaine or something like that. You go there, you will learn the philosophy, how you organize your team. So when your players are graduating from under 17 to under 20, under 19, under 20, 21 to the senior team, they already have an idea what is expected of them. That is not what we see with Nigeria. So I don't want to bore you. that is just what I want to bring out to you today. That I don't have a lot of faith in this team. It's just a collection of good players. There's no coaching, there's no technical ability, there's no identity, there's no playing pattern. They're just there, give them the ball, let them just kick you around. And they've been messed around by Lesotho, Zimbabwe, even South Africa. That South African team is one of the worst teams they ever produced. And that is the thing that our egos cannot just, take out of the game. You understand? So that's where we are. I'm not holding up my breath that the Eagles are going to qualify. If they don't qualify, as you lay your bet, that's your result. That's what you get. So that's all we will have time for today. Don't forget to always share content. Don't forget to join our YouTube channel. Please go to our YouTube channel. You see on our Facebook page, you see all of the links to Instagram, to YouTube. Please share what we do there. Let the algorithm, see us and then broadcast us to more people. And I'm promising you that I'll be inviting one or two or three of us, of our, listeners or our, followers to join me in the studio, when the AFCON, kicks off. We should do it together. I will invite you into the studio. There are some of you we have, notes, we've seen the way you analyze and the things you do. We would like to bring one or two of you to the studios. And so that when the AFCON, goes on, that is the biggest football spectacle in Africa. When it goes on, we'll invite you to the More Sports Studios online, and we can examine the games together. We can talk together, and we can show the people the knowledge that we've got together as well. So a lot of things is going to be coming in December. I don't want to spill all the beans here. There will be opportunity to win some money, just talking by understanding, certain things, by answering some questions. So all of it is going to come during AFCON, so pre-AFCON, we're going to let you know how you're going to do that. And I think the next quarter will also be saw it in December. The guys who comment, engage with us most. We don't choose them. The algorithm chooses. See, the algorithm is there. We just go to the page. It gives us who is our top engagement, specialist, for that quarter. It's there. We follow the algorithm. It's not us who keep a note. Somebody commented, somebody did this, somebody liked, somebody shared. No, it is everything you do, the algorithm, keeps it. So if you run a Facebook page, you already know what I'm talking about. So we do know this. That's how we know this thing. So we're going to also be sharing the money out, at that point in time. So if you want some dollars in your pocket, you know what to do. So that's all we have time for today. I do hope that the Premiership comes back again, and also that if a miracle can happen, I still wouldn't,